Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin City nights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Emmeline. Don't talk about Texas. Hey, mister, can I bum a ride? Anywhere you're gone is fine, as long as it's out of town. I could even fill your tank as a way that I can say thanks. I'm feeling kinda down. We can talk about anything that you want to, except one thing, mister, I'm begging you.
Right Side Now. I'm Liz Willis, and tonight we'll give you a rundown on what's happening right here, right now, in America. Trump's pick, Mike Pompeo, is confirmed as CIA director. Ben Carson was approved as housing secretary, and Rex Tillerson passes a major milestone in joining the administration. Obama gave away over $200 million in his last hours as president, and the Oscars went crazy for La La Land. President Trump's cabinet is slowly but surely coming together. Last night, Representative Mike Pompeo of Kansas earned approval to lead the Central Intelligence Agency. After a debate that stretched into the evening, Mr. Pompeo's selection was approved 66-32, and Rex Tillerson, Trump's pick for Secretary of State, is well on his way to assure his own confirmation. Marco Rubio of Florida proved to have a critical vote on Tillerson's fate, and just yesterday, Senator Marco Rubio has announced his support for Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State. This allowed Tillerson to win the committee's recommendation 11-10. Mr. Tillerson must still clear a full Senate vote in order to join the administration. The Senate also unanimously approved presidential nominee Ben Carson as the Secretary of Housing. He is the first Secretary of Housing to have actually grown up in government housing. Defying Republican opposition, the United States quietly sent $221 million to Palestinians in Obama's final hours during his outgoing administration. Congress was formally notified Friday morning. Written notification dated January 20th and was sent just hours before President Trump took the oath of office. Congress has initially approved the funding in 2015, but at least two GOP lawmakers had placed holds on it after the Palestinian authorities made moves to seek membership in international organizations. Congressional holds are generally respected but not legally binding after the funds have been properly allocated. And Oscar voters showered the musical La La Land with 14 nominations. The musical, with Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, now ties with Titanic and All About Eve for the most in Academy Award history. The Academy is also honoring more diverse films like Moonlight, Fences, and Hidden Figures in the race for Best Picture. Outside the U.S., in world news, North Korea is developing nuclear capabilities at unprecedented paces. South Korea and the United States say the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, also known as THAAD, is designed to protect against a growing nuclear threat from Kim Jong-un's North Korea. Meanwhile, President Trump's administration has announced plans to develop a state-of-the-art missile defense system to protect the U.S. against attacks from Iran and North Korea. The Trump administration intends to develop a state-of-the-art missile defense system to protect against attacks from Iran and North Korea. This statement was posted on the White House website within minutes of President Donald Trump's inauguration. However, it did not provide details on whether the system would differ from those already under development, its cost, or how it would be paid for. Also in world news, Spain's Robin Hood restaurant charges the rich and feeds the poor. The restaurant opened in early December and is run by an 80-year-old Catholic priest. Angel Garcia Rodriguez, or as everyone calls him, Padre Angel. Father Angel says, "I want them to eat with the same dignity as any other customer." Outside, there's a sign listing the house rules. Patrons are allowed to sing as they please as long as it doesn't disturb other customers. They can use free Wi-Fi and borrow a cell phone if they need to make a call. As a founder of Messengers of Peace, a local charity, Padre Angel has also converted an abandoned church nearby. It's in Madrid. On to technology and science. On November 19th, NOAA launched a new satellite, GOES-16, formerly GOES-R. Scientists, meteorologists, and weather enthusiasts have waited for the first photos from NOAA's newest weather satellite. Images released today is a step in the new age of weather satellites. The higher resolution will allow weather forecasters to find the location of severe weather with great accuracy. GOES-16 could provide a full image of Earth every 15 minutes and also one of the continental U.S. every 5 minutes. If you wish to find out more information about the GOES-16 satellite, you can visit www.nesdis.noaa.gov. And your selfie just got a whole lot cooler. Hege Klein, an Israeli dentist, invented a selfie drone by turning your phone case into a flying camera. This selfie drone is 9 millimeters thick and snaps onto most smartphones. The camera drone can take off and land in the palm of your hand, and the video records at 1080p at 30 seconds per frame while being fully controlled by your smartphone. This selfie is available for pre-order today on Kickstarter. Back to politics. This morning, President Trump met with top automobile executives concerning jobs in America. At 9 a.m., President Trump conducted his meeting concerning jobs in America. President Trump urged the car manufacturers to build more in the U.S. and pled to make it easier for them. According to a poll report, President Trump told GM, Ford, and Fiat Chrysler, quote, "We're going to make the process much more simple for the auto companies and for everybody else who wants to do business within the United States." This is part of a big push to expand jobs in the U.S. Before the meeting, President Trump tweeted, "I want more plants to be built here for cars sold here." Trump also backs the controversial oil pipeline. That's right, it's back again. President Trump signed an executive order reviving the Keystone Dakota Access Pipeline. The president has been busy signing orders this morning. One of the 5 orders signed approved the advancements of the oil pipelines. During his campaign, President Trump said he would streamline the approval of the pipeline that was stalled and eventually denied under the Obama administration. Many protesters are condemning the decision made today. They are arguing that it is disrupting Native American lands and that it will contaminate the water source for millions of Americans. Bernie Sanders tweeted his thoughts on this issue, stating, "I will do everything I can to stop these pipelines and protect our planet for future generations." He also released an official statement on sanders.senate.gov saying, "Millions of people came together all over this country to stop the Keystone XL and Dakota Access pipelines and say we must transform our energy system away from fossil fuels to renewable energy." Today, President Trump ignored the voices of millions and put the short-term profits of the fossil fuel industry ahead of the future of our planet. At a time when the scientific community is virtually unanimous in telling us that climate change is real, it is caused by human activity and it is already causing devastating problems. We cannot afford to build new pipelines that lock us into burning fossil fuels for years to come. I will do everything I can to stop these pipelines and protect our planet for future generations. Moving on, President Trump's advisor, Kellyanne Conway, is getting Secret Service after receiving suspicious white substances at her home. We'll be playing a clip right now of her interview.
We invited the press pool in to the Oval Office. I was there on Saturday, and it was to witness the president signing these executive orders. Excuse me, it was Friday. Sign these executive orders. We let the pool press in, the spray in, and immediately the print pooler sent out the pool report that the MLK bust had been removed. It is false. I don't say his name publicly because I don't want him to get attacked like I do. Because of what the press is doing now to me, I have Secret Service protection. We have packages delivered to my house with white substances. That is a shame, and yes, I hold him to account for it.
She did not comment whether anyone else has received similar pieces of mail. During that interview, Conway slammed the press for inaccurate reporting. She used the story of Trump's said removal of the Martin Luther King Jr. bust from the Oval Office. Regarding the claim that Trump removed the bust, the report was retracted and an apology to his colleagues was given. Conway states that instead of press jumping to conclusions, she wishes they would just ask to find out the real truth. And what you haven't heard in the news. Have you ever wondered what $20 million looks like hidden under a mattress? I know, I would dream of that. Federal officials posted this picture to Twitter on Monday, just weeks after uncovering the cash during a money laundering bust. The image comes after a search conducted on January 4th in Massachusetts. The mattress was inside an apartment that belonged to Kleber Rene Rosario Rocha, who is charged in a criminal complaint with one count of conspiring to commit money laundering in connection to alleged pyramid scheme involving Telex Free. According to the complaint, roughly 1 million people were ripped off by this internet phone service company. And on a happy note, let's go to a clip right now of a dog being set free after being chained up for 15 years.
This dog has now been on a chain for 15 years, and he's coming off today.
Hopefully soon.
There it is.
There you go. You're free. You are free.
Look at you, baby.
There, you're going
Come
into
here,
a new
puppy.
life now.
All right.
What you just saw is a dog from Suffolk County, New York, being set free. Bear spent 15 years chained to a doghouse where he suffered through harsh winters and received very little care. Fortunately, an animal rescue group freed him and took him in and is making the rest of his life enjoyable. And finally, while you may not live in a galaxy far, far away, it was announced today the title of Episode 8 will be Star Wars: The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is written and directed by Rian Johnson and produced by Kathleen Kennedy and Ram Bergman, and executive producer by J.J. Abrams, Jason McAtlin, and Tom Karnowski. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is scheduled for release December 15th, 2017. Thanks for tuning in tonight and watching Right Side Now. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at RSBN Network, on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting, and on our website at rsbn.tv. And if you have any topics you'd like to be covered, shoot us an email at feedback@rsbn.tv. From Auburn, good night, America.